Welcome to Adding Dollars. In this video, I'll be going over how much you could have made if you used the wheel strategy on AMD stock. I'll be testing this over a 2-year period and showing you the backtest results. Before I jump into it, if you're new to the wheel strategy or covered calls and cash secured puts, then make sure to pause the video and check out the videos in the description. Just a quick recap on the wheel strategy that I'm backtesting. I'll be selling weekly options expiring every Friday and only trading one contract at a time. If you want more details on the wheel strategy or the specific backtest parameters, then check out the video in the description. I've gone ahead and completed the backtest, and here are the results. I've written some code using the QuantConnect platform to backtest the strategy, and this screen shows the results. This is a backtest starting from January 5th, 2022 up to January 5th, 2024. The main numbers to focus on here are the equity and the return percentage. The equity in this case is the total amount of money you have at the end of the time period, and the return percentage is based on the difference between the equity and your starting amount. So in this case, we started with an equity of $17,000 and we are ending the 2-year time period with $16,192. So it looks like a loss of a little bit more than $800, or a return percentage of negative 4.75%. One other number that I always like to look at when looking at these backtest results is the max drawdown. So that is the maximum amount that your total equity was drawn down during this time period. And in this case, over this 2-year period, the max drawdown was negative 35%, which seems quite high if you think of it as your maximum equity being brought down as much as negative 35%. And as always, I like to compare this strategy to the buy and hold strategy. So how much money would you have made if you bought and hold AMD over the same time period? So for comparison, here we have a negative 4.75% doing the wheel strategy on AMD over this 2-year period. Jumping over to this chart, we can look at what that return would have been like for the buy and hold strategy. So in this case, I'm looking at a similar time period, January 7th, 2022, all the way up to January 5th, 2024. And here we can see approximately a 5% return over that 2-year period with the buy and hold strategy, whereas the wheel strategy had a negative 4.95% return. So you would have been better off using the buy and hold strategy on AMD. This is most likely because the wheel strategy does not perform well in trending markets, and here it looks like AMD was trending down and then has been trending up, whereas the wheel strategy performs best in a sideways market. I also always like to compare this against the buy and hold strategy on the S&P 500. Again, over a similar time period, the buy and hold strategy on the S&P 500 would have produced a return of approximately 0.39%, which still beats out the negative 5% return for the wheel strategy on AMD. If you enjoyed this analysis or have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave those down below, and it would be really helpful for the channel if you can like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.